don't wanna sleep in, cause I got something to prove. I gotta take what I hate and finally make a move. I think of you and all the shit you don't do. Well, I'ma make hella sure that I don't become you. I have no regrets, yeah, I'll tie up my chest. I'll never forget what it's like to be in debt. Been stabbed in the back bed, I'll show you what happens. Pass me the mic and I'll show you with action. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you can never own. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you can never own. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right and see life do what you want. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right and see life do what you want. So give me all the scars, I'm a human being. Cover them with tattoos so you can't see. Knew it from the start, you had problems with me and the things I could be, I just wish I had seen. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you can never own. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you can never own. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right and see life do what you want. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right and see life do what you want.
I was built to last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on the gas, never stop competing. If you break my glass, then this life's gonna end.
I wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name. Check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change. Possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints. Money, clout and fame, mud, disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name. All our insecurities are on display. This is war with the enemy, think that it was meant to be. Living in a time where disease is on every screen. I won't let them fester me, I know most are festering. Negativity is a plague for the mentally weak. No mercy, all I got is working. Never stop searching, never quench the thirsty. I'm toxic and psychotic, with this logic you can't stop it. It's been chronic since I was a boy, so neurotic and chaotic. Go! To last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on gas, never stop competing. If you break like glass, then this life's gonna eat 'em. Make mistakes real fast, then you learn how to beat 'em. If you take off the cast, you can see all the healing. If the pain's in the past, move on from the grave and put your foot on the gas. No, never stop competing, yeah. I've been doing this, I'm on it. I just wanna be iconic. Sipping on a gin and tonic, got me going off when I'm on this topic, yeah. If I ever play, I want it. You know that I'm always honest. Stay away from those who are toxic. Keep them out your face, no way, you don't want it, yeah. Don't try to drain my energy. The enemy is everything. It's mentally, unhealthily, spreading like a rare disease. But I won't let it get to me. I don't need your therapy. I can leave a legacy of leading by intensity. Come on, we can fight this. Freedom is priceless. Spread just like a virus. Living in a crisis. Do you feel courageous? Do you seek greatness? Trust me, you can take it. Go on and take your aim. Built to last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on gas, never stop competing.
What is going on, my fellow Hendrix family, part-time family, everybody, what is going on? Man, the chat is already popping. For those of you not listening live that are following us over on Spotify, we appreciate it. And if you're listening to us live, make sure you go later, subscribe on Spotify, as well as make sure you guys are subscribed to the YouTube channel because, guys, I have a huge giveaway. There is a box next to me here that I can't even look because it's so heavy, filled with baits that's going to go to somebody here that makes sure they are subscribed to the YouTube channel, as well as I have last month's Hendrix fishing box and splash pack going away at second place. So, man, I'm excited. Tyler, how you been, man? It's been about a week since we talked to the folks last.
How you doing?
You know, I'm doing all right. And for everybody watching live, we're going to crack open a cold one here if I don't hit the mic. Oh, it's my first day cracking one. There we go. Got a nice crack. Hopefully everybody else is having a nice cold drink.
Sweet sounds. I know Dylan is. Dylan says he loves baits.
But exactly, guys. And talking about baits, if you guys are live, thank you for joining us. Get your friends and family in here. If we can get 25 viewers, we will be giving away some baits live, myself and Hendrix. So, but welcome to episode 2, guys. Oh man, there's already going to be a drinking game going. There's going to be some guys that are going to be a little drunk there. But man, what a week. Last week we kind of introduced ourselves. This week I thought I'd talk a little bit of competition, but I figured I'd give you guys a life update. So the wife and I went to our appointment that Wednesday. We did the little 4D scan. We confirmed it is still a boy. And he likes the camera because as soon as they did the little 3D scan, all of a sudden he started smiling. So the excitement is real, that is for sure. But other than that, we had Tourney Wednesday, Real Custom Art and I. And if you guys didn't watch the video, you need to. We absolutely have finally got some stuff put together. Got second place. We got a paycheck. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a paycheck finally. And I know Tyler has it sitting next to him, but Tyler, we did use some Hendrix baits.
Yeah, you did. Pretty good one, too. Sadly, they're out of stock, but
Boom.
we were using the wrong way here. He was using this beautiful pearl chatterbait that I tied a while back. But not only was he using that, he paired it with our whipping swimmers. And what it looked like, this is the exact combo. It was the white pearl chatterbait with the whipping swimmer as a trailer.
Yep, and that's the silver flash one for all of you that are listening. That silver flash is just absolutely perfect combo for that chatterbait. The best,
and it's
well, the funny part about this, so as you guys have been seeing, and gals been seeing on the Instagram, on YouTube, the last few Tourney Wednesdays, Jeremy and I have actually been fishing out of a 14-foot aluminum, barely supports the two of us boat, no electronics. I mean, we have to go absolutely old school, which I say that, I'm not even that old myself, but you know, technology has just overran the fishing market. So, but yeah, we were absolutely old school. We found a sweet spot. We broke it down. We sat there, figured, oh, they're biting this certain bait. As soon as we thought we got a good feel for them. No, we had to switch it up. So what I did is I switched up to that chatterbait combo right there, tossed it up shallow, maybe a little too shallow, but instead of freaking out and reeling it back in, I just got it up on top of the water and was buzzing it almost like a buzz bait just along top of the water. Boom, the big one smoked it. Sad part though, we got it to the boat, and well, sadly, big mouth, super long, but not a big belly.
I hate when that happens.
But
I mean, I just can't stop looking at it.
yeah, it's an amazing combo. So if you guys haven't gotten your hands on any of the chatterbaits, any of the swimmers, check out hendrixfishing.com. I believe the chatterbaits might actually be sold out, so you're gonna have to get ready for a restock.
Yeah. But good news is if you guys just send me a message and let me know what style, what colors, if you want a special pattern, I'll tie anything up. So just let me know, give me a deposit, and then we'll go from there. I mean, look at it. Look at it, guys. A whipping swimmer and a chatterbait. A lot of people will say that the tail on the whipping swimmer would counteract the blade action, but that's not true at all. I catch a ton of fish this way. John caught a nice fish this way. The Zamalik brothers that are in the chat will tell you that it doesn't matter, guys. It doesn't matter. That tail kicks, the blade kicks. It just gives an ultimate action, and the bass cannot resist. And this combo catches big fish.
I was going to say, not even bass, but our fellow pro staffer, Justin K. Go check him out, Justin Kuzel. He's one of our pro staffers. That man has been tearing up some pike with the which color, I can't remember which color chatterbait, but he uses a whisker biscuit on the back, which we joked about last episode, guys. But he uses a whisker biscuit on the back with the chatterbait and just absolutely kills it himself. So I love seeing it.
Justin's been catching walleye.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the walleye also. That man catches everything with it. The whisker biscuits are a secret drug for him.
Guys, I can make jigs too. So if you guys wanted any, because I saw that Ricky in the chat was asking if I can make jigs. I can do jigs too, but I'm only doing it by order for now. When you guys place orders, obviously I'll buy materials to make stock. But right now, I'm only doing it by personal orders.
So last little thing, and we'll get on with the show. You guys don't want to hear a sales pitch over and over. But we have exciting news over at Hendrix Fishing. Tyler's actually wearing one of the brand new products you can get on the Hendrix Fishing website, the bucket hat. But we have launched a full line of Hendrix swag from apparel to gear. You've got water bottles, you got flags, you've got shirts. And yes, for everybody wondering if it was coming, we do have hashtag Sleeveless Army muscle t-shirts. I'm not wearing one yet. I got mine ordered. Go ahead, snag yours. They got free shipping on them. We got hoodies, hats, you name it. All the swag you need to go out there and look good while you're catching fish. Plus, hey, easy way to get hooked on Hendrix. Get yourself entered in some Instagram giveaways as well. So
what about that wobblehead challenge that's going on in the group chat?
Oh yeah, I see the live chat's already getting into it. So yeah, let's talk about competition. So we talked about the tournament stuff that's been going on, but for anybody out there that's not sure, the Hendrix Pro staff has been challenging themselves the last few weeks to go out and not only fish, but fish with techniques that maybe aren't most common. We're not challenging each other to, let's go Texas rig. Everybody Texas rigs. Last week, I believe it was the drop shot challenge. And the only rule is that it had to be drop shot. What you threw on your drop shot did not matter, I believe. Is that correct?
Yeah. I mean, they were just throwing a drop shot, any bait. I saw some guys were throwing 6 cents. Some guys were throwing Hendrix. I know Jeremy was throwing the Predator the whole time.
Yeah, which that surprised me.
Yeah, and I mean, the Predator is a good drop shot bait. But yeah, I think Gavin won that one. I'm not sure what Gavin was using. I think it was a trick worm or something like that.
Yep.
Along those.
Yeah, and the fun part though is like anybody could have had it.
Yeah, 2.5 pounder. Everybody was catching fish though. That's what was great, and it was getting people out of their comfort zone.
Yep.
But now they're onto this wobblehead challenge, which personally I don't fish the wobblehead, and I've inspired myself to dabble.
I don't either. I was looking at that challenge going, man, I need to go see. I think I have a couple in my tackle box. I finally got the boat back, so I'm excited to get on the boat. I might bring a couple on, rig it up, and try it. Little tidbit, my thought is probably putting the Predator on the back and just kind of bouncing that thing off the bottom, almost working it like a normal jig. But what's cool is you could also swim some of those little wobbleheads, and it's going to give it that weird erratic action.
Well, you can even throw a swim bait on there. Swim bait. I know Dylan over from Heavy Z Fishing. He'll throw a Sultan on it, which that's what my mind goes to immediately is throw a Sultan on one.
Yeah, it's I like this. I'll be curious to see what they do next week. I believe what they've been doing, for anybody that's curious, and we'll have to start posting it. Tyler and I will kind of make sure we get on top of it. We'll have to do some posting and make sure we share kind of how the pro staff's doing learning a new technique. So I think that'll be kind of fun for you guys to follow along. If you want to join in on the action, hey, go out this week. You've got till, I believe it is Sunday, this coming Sunday at 11:59 to submit a picture. You have to use some sort of wobble head. Basically, the head of the jig has to be completely free from the hook. It can't be like a Texas rig. It can't be a normal standard jig. And I think it'd be kind of fun to see if somebody else can beat some of the pro staff.
Could you imagine if you somehow did like a chatterbait on a wobble head? Could you imagine how much that thing would wiggle?
I have one.
You have one?
It won't surprise you who makes it.
It exists?
Z-Man makes it.
I didn't know that.
It is insane action. You do want to use a bigger trailer.
Gotcha.
So unfortunately, the whip swimmer would be just a little too thin for it. You want something a little bigger profile to it. You could get it with like a Predator because of all those appendages. It's got a little bulk to it.
I felt like I was onto something, but obviously it's already a thing, and I didn't even know that.
It is, but like we talked before, is if anybody that makes chatterbaits out there, we know a few guys that do it. It's how can you make it and make it your own.
Yeah, make it different.
Yep. So who knows? Maybe you see a Hendrix wobbling chatterbait in the future here, and you'll see me catch the bigs on that.
Adam says chatterbait freedom.
Now, I believe what they're doing is the winner of each week gets to set the rule for next week. So Gavin was the winner from the drop shot. So he's the one who said, hey, I challenge y'all to a wobble head. The best part is I don't think that's actually his strong suit of fishing. So the cool part is that the guy making the challenge, he was even challenging himself, knowing he might lose.
Yeah. And, what's cool about it, too, is Fast Bumpkin over there got money involved, too, where everybody's putting in the pot, and then the winner gets to take, a few bucks.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. Bass Bumpkin, one of our newest pro staff, shout out to him. He made a little cash pot. Now, they're not making it crazy. I believe it's just a good old gentleman's bet, $10, nothing serious. You're not trying to break the bank.
They can go get a Hendrix box. They don't have to take out of their own pockets if they win.
Exactly. And if they do win, they win enough to where they can go buy many more baits for the next challenge.
Right.
Now, also, if you guys have been staying tuned to the Hendrix Instagram, my YouTube channel, the Heavy Z Fishing YouTube channel, Gavin's Instagram, any of the Pro Staff's Instagram, Real Custom Art, we have also been introducing a monthly slam challenge of the Hendrix box, whether it be the OG, the Pond Hopper, or even if you're just a guy that gets a splash pack, challenging somebody else with a splash pack to get out there, go fish, try to catch a fish. Doesn't matter the species, size, just go catch a fish on every bait that came in that box. Last month was a blast. We had killer baits. When Tyler over there makes there we go, learned how to point, makes a box like he did to where it is just packed full of very fishable baits, to where I was able to grab the box, grab some hooks, and go to the water. It made it fun. I actually was challenging G.I. Joe Outdoors, and I got him by one bait. And the funny part was the last bait caught the smallest fish of the day. It was barely bigger than the crankbait. Still counts as a win. But we had bass grenade baits in there. He had a couple of baits in that box, and those baits were like super easy to catch fish on. And then the Heavy Z Fishing Brothers, they challenged each other. And Tyler, what bait was it that? Oh, who was it? Was it Dylan or Daniel that smoked a giant on the bait? We all said we didn't know how we were going to fish. Oh, he said 1 sec. He's going to go grab. Oh, and I'm already seeing in chat. I believe it was Dylan. Yep, Dylan is the one. He beat his brother, and it was with a monster fish on the bait. We all said, "There's no way we're going to catch it." What's that in your hand right there?
a snack wrap by BLT Tackle.
And guys, he's holding a soft plastic rat with a very thin tail, kind of like what a green, like a dark brown green pumpkin color.
Yeah, it's like a green pumpkin exclusive they made for us. We have a ton in stock, but he caught a 6-pound bass on this sucker. I believe he threw it weightless in like 2 foot of water,
and just got absolutely smoked. And the funny part is, I was in the back of my head so glad that GI Outdoors called me out on a OG box, or not the OG box, on the pond hopper, because if I had to do an OG box and use that bait, I might have been in trouble. Because talk about getting me out of my comfort zone, that bait right there would have been it.
I mean, honestly, I would throw it on a Ned, have it stand up like this.
Ooh, so very versatile bait, but
I mean, you could drop shot it. It's a little big to be drop shotted, but you could. There's many ways you could fish this bait. Just having the patience to do so.
So yeah, you had crazy baits like that, and then like I was saying, you had very easy baits. I say easy because they're well designed, great colors. For example, you had the nunchuck from Bass Grenade Baits, and when I say nunchuck, it is a stick bait that's thinned out, and in the middle has a perfect little circle where you put your hook through. You wacky rig that thing. We had guys Texas rigging it, throw it on as a trailer. I mean, we were rigging it different ways, but everybody caught a fish on that bait. I don't think there was a single person that got skunked on that bait. Then you had the Dreadnought, which is crazy looking, but crazy in a good way. That thing got smoked. Guys were running it on chatterbaits from One Cast Fishing. Guys were Texas rigging it. I mean, this month's slam, I'm excited to see not only the pro staff, but if anybody else out there picks up the box and wants to join in on a slam with us. I'm curious because it's an active catch takeover. Is that correct?
Yes, active catch takeover. He pretty much centered the box over top water because it's August, and clearly August is top water pretty much nationwide. I mean, there's not a person in this country in August that's not going to catch a bait on top water. I have not received the baits yet, but they should be here, I believe, tomorrow or the next day. We'll have to see what we got because honestly, I'm going to be surprised. I'm not entirely sure. There are some sneak peeks on my on the Hendrix Fishing Instagram if you want to head over there and get some sneak peeks. But I tried not to look at them as best as I could because I want to be surprised when he sends all the baits. And it's pretty cool that I was able to give him the ability to make what he wanted and build a great box and send it my way. So,
no, I'm excited for that box, but I am also nervous. I believe I have not done. I have Daniel from Heavy Z Fishing, so the brother that lost, but he's also a great stick, so it's not like it's gonna be easy. Right. This will be a fun one because we have been having record high drought heat. I don't know what's been like down there in Texas for him. I'm guessing the same. And he's in chat saying no mercy. So I'm excited and nervous because it's an all topwater box. And I'll admit, guys, until I started throwing the Hendrix frog, the Voodoo frog, my topwater game is not the best.
Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with a Hendrix frog though. Super soft, super sticky hooks. I really makes it easier when you have a good frog. Honestly, good sharp hook, good frog.
Well, that's the good part about the baits from Active Catch though, is those hooks are sharp that he uses. They're treble hooks, so I got multiple chances to hopefully, at the very least, snag a fish. Less chances of a miss. So I'm going to be going for any fish that bites. So Dinks for the win over here at Part Time Fishing. Hopefully it doesn't come down to a tiebreaker. If so, he's definitely going to kick my butt in the tiebreaker. But
Texas asked if we even fish top water up here in Canada. I think he's making.
Oh man, guys! Shout out to Texas Huntman. That man supports every small business there is in the fishing community. Absolutely love that guy. I know he's just joking. He gives me a hard time because myself, I'm up here in Nebraska, and then you've got Tyler up in New York. We've got winter, and he gives us a hard time for ice fishing.
We just had a heat wave. I mean, today it was 90 degrees. It's been 90 consistently. End of July and August gets really hot here, and the topwater bite gets crazy. I mean, I was catching fish topwater in May on buzzbaits. I think that's more of like a reaction bite
Yep.
more than
Yeah,
the present.
you were catching them right when those bass were moving shallow, post spawn, pre spawn, and getting more of that reaction strike, which is definitely doable. Guys always overlook the topwater bite during that time of year. They're always thinking bedfish, 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 but sometimes throw a topwater shallow, you'd be surprised.
Yeah, I mean, chatterbaits work well all year round. As soon as the ice thaws, throw not chatterbait, buzzbait. And I don't know, I have luck with buzzbaits. A lot of people will tell you otherwise, but
Ooh, we got I like this one in chat though. Real Custom Art threw out there. We need to do an hour-long box challenge live. And you know what? Seeing as he lives in the same town as I do, I got the boat back. Jeremy, that is very possible because we can mount some of our phone mounts up on there. We can go live on Instagram. So, guys, let us know in the comments below. Would you like to see myself and Real Custom Art do an hour-long live on Instagram fishing the box?
that'd be pretty cool.
So, but I apologize for the noise. I got the pregnant wife over here getting ice. It's 100 degrees, and I had to go. No, I'm good. I had to go get her an AC unit because our bedroom got up to 80 already.
Oh my god.
So, I got an AC unit up there. How's it doing up in there, babe?
It was cold. I was sitting in front of it because it's hot down here.
Okay, so she says the AC upstairs working. The pregnant lady's happy. Happy pregnant lady, happy me. We're good. I'm not getting yelled at.
But I needed ice.
But now she needed ice, so she came down and got some ice. Oh, man. Heavy Z said he is in for the hour-long challenge, though. He said I have to be sleeveless. Deal. Hopefully by then I've got my Sleeveless Army Hendrix shirt, because that gets all the bigs, in case you were wondering.
Good soon, right? No?
Should be here soon. I believe I just checked. All the stuff was submitted. They accepted our designs, so I'm hoping here, if not end of this week, beginning of next week, I'll have all the stuff. And you guys, when I say all the stuff, your boy is about to be swagged out in every video. Get at me. If you don't know what baits I throw or what company I represent, you must be blind, because I will have from hat to shirt to shorts. I guess I won't have shoes, but I'll have my water bottle. If it starts raining, I'll have my rain jacket. If it gets cold, I'll put a hoodie on. In the background here soon, Hendrix fishing banner. The Z boys say we need Hendrix Crocs.
Yeah. Lime green.
If I could get it done, I would get it done. Don't tempt me, guys. If I get a contact, I'll get it for us.
Need lime green Crocs with the the little inserts. We'll get Hendrix Fishing logo inserts.
But
TX Huntsman said he fished the buzzbait he bought for me, and it spun like a dream. Good work. Thanks. Appreciate that.
well,
I don't have any more left, sadly.
I'm glad it spun like a dream. But did he catch a fish?
Did you catch a fish?
That's the
He probably
the
did.
only thing that matters. Your bait could suck donkey, but if it catches fish, screw what I think.
Well, I'd rather fish a good bait than have to fight with it to work properly and catch one fish.
That
I'd rather catch a fish and have a proper moving and working bait.
it does make fishing a lot more exciting when you have stuff that works correct.
If it's not working correct, I don't want to fish. I want to go home. I get mad.
Ooh, I'm being told I need to get Hendrix socks on the site, guys. That might actually. By the way, it's another drink for you. I said, guys, so it's yep for anybody doing the drinking game. But I can get socks on the site. You guys let me know what you want on the site in terms of socks. I can get that done.
We got to get Dylan some Hendrix leggings.
Ooh,
Get him some Hendrix leggings, or how about the biker shorts? I think he'd look good in biker shorts.
oh, I think the Hendrix shorts I designed. We got the camel ones. Put him in a pair of those. Just go a size smaller. He'll be good.
There you go.
But
We'll get you some biking shorts, Dill.
so, Tyler, we have to ask because Jeremy and I have been in desperate need, and I know everybody else out there has been drooling at the opportunity. When are we going to get Hendrix Stank to add to our non-scented baits?
So I did get these in.
What do you got there?
So this is the spray bottles that they're going to be in. So you're going to be able to, spritz a little bit.
Okay. How many ounces are we talking?
8 ounces.
8 ounces. Okay. And
So probably around 12, 13.99, somewhere around there. We got to figure that out. Probably, I'm gonna have to have a label made, obviously, because this just doesn't look right.
all right. So
The label's gonna be made. It's gonna tell you what's in it. We're gonna have secret stench, obviously.
is that what's in it? Is secret stench?
Secret stench, right? It's not in here right now. It's empty. It's gonna be a while. It's gonna take some time.
Now, for everybody wondering, without giving away your secret scent, obviously, for anybody that's wondering, because I got some questions already. I know some folks at home are going to be wondering, what is this scent they're talking about? The scent you add to your baits. What type of scent? I guess, how would you describe your scent without giving away the secret?
So, let me describe it. Have you ever, say you dropped a banana peel, some onions, and I don't know, a couple of other food items in the bottom of your trash can, and then you're just too lazy to take it out, and then you put the trash bag over it, and you just keep filling the bag of trash, and then you take the bag out, and it stinks really bad. That's kind of what the scent smells like, and the fish love it. It's like a salty, sweet mixture. It just smells awful, but man, does it drive fish crazy.
Now, the one thing I'm going to say, and it doesn't give your secret scent away. If it does, I'd be very surprised. But, guys, there is a hint of like a garlic in there. So, it's got a hint of garlic with just, yeah, like he described it, or the best way to put it is if you had a bag of shad that you had laying out in a hot 100-degree heat that was all chummed up. So, it's a scent and it's a taste. Which, if you're curious about the taste, go hit up the Heavy Z Fishing Boys. They will tell you how that bait tastes. It is a taste that the bass won't let go of, and it's a scent that will attract any fish. And the reason I was asking about this scent, though, Jeremy and I had to start putting our soft plastics from other bait makers in the bag of Hendrix baits to soak up all the juices. And all of a sudden, a bait that wasn't catching fish was catching fish.
That's incredible.
It's
incredible.
I love it.
I will tell you, the scent is a 2-part process, right? So it's not just in a bottle like this and you just apply it to the bait. It is a process that I do that creates this scent in a specific way, but it's going to be very hard to replicate it in this bottle, which I've been working on it, but it's going to smell a bit different out of this bottle, but it's not going to be far off. I'll tell you that.
Okay. So because I like being that guy, what's the ETA?
ETA.
I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Well, first of all, people got to buy more baits.
Oh, they already are. They already know the Predator's the #1 bait out there, most versatile bait. I mean, there's no other bait other than the Predator. So I mean, how long before we get some scent to add to them?
ETA, month and a half tops. I'll get the scent to you.
Oh, you're killing me. I need a test bottle ASAP.
Test bottle ASAP. All right, we'll work on that.
Because I want to do a video to prove to people. And I know guys out there and gals out there are gonna want to see this video. I'm gonna do a video where I'm gonna throw a Hendrix bait unscented. Then I'm gonna take a bottle of scent, spray scent on the same unscented bait, and see which bait catches more fish.
The hardest problem right now we're having is packaging, because we have to have disclaimers, do not drink, because I know, the Heavy Z boys might get a little careful. Don't spray in your eyes. We have to make disclaimers and make sure we're covering all our bases. But, but once we get that figured out and we get packaging made, which I have the bottles, I have the scent, I just need to figure out packaging and the labels. If you want to help with that, that could speed the process.
I got you. I can probably get that done.
Today, after we get done with this live show, I have a bunch of packages going out to people. This is Jeremy's package, actually. Lyndon's package. I got something for Lyndon. Noah, if you're out there. Dan Merck. Ooh, I knocked my phone over. Sorry, guys. I got a bunch of packages ready to go out the door that I got to take care of after this.
Well, let's do this. Figure the scent out. Get me a test bottle. Stay tuned to the YouTube channel, guys. I will drop a video of scent, Hendrix scent versus unscented, just to prove to you guys that this scent alone will make any bait great. I'll even spray it on some hard baits to do a little hard bait comparison.
Yeah, I mean, my main thought when I thought of making the set is the hollow body frogs. Leave that stink trail when you're dragging.
Yes. Take the Hendrix Voodoo Frog that's already killer and just make it that more potent.
Right.
Oh,
and I forgot.
Literally just draw those fish in.
Hendrix Fishing is soon gonna have wacky ring O-rings. That's pretty cool.
Oh, yes. So for anybody out there that does wacky rig, Nico rigging, myself and the Heavy Z Fishing Boys,
We'll have
that
those.
is going to be clutch. Because
and we're still the hooks, so that's the thing.
do we break the sad news of who may be leaving the site? And it's not for anything bad, but they're moving on to other things.
No, I don't think yet.
Okay, guys, stay tuned. Well, I'll break the news. Don't worry, I'll leak it later. But unfortunately, a huge supporter of the Hendrix family will no longer be on the Hendrix site. They'll still be in business, but they are moving on to other things, which is totally fine. But we will keep you guys updated from there. But Tyler, we were supposed to be talking about competitions. We talked a little bit.
Yes, sir.
What competitions have you been in?
What do you mean? So, like, out of what we've been doing?
Well, I know you haven't. You've been trying to make the bait so we can compete, but
yeah, I haven't really.
What's the last competition you were in?
Jeez, the last competition I did was back June. I did that bass tournament. I came 4th place out of 50 participants. The buzzbait, back to the buzzbait. The buzzbait was what got me there. I caught four pretty large bass within the first hour of fishing with a buzzbait. At about 5:40 in the morning, give or take. I had a bag full of fish and I was done.
I think I remember that. You were doing some photos in the chats for us, and it was not warm that day either, if I remember correctly.
No, it was not your typical summer day. It started out at 70 degrees, and by 8 o'clock, I went and had my fish weighed and went to go back out. The wind was like unbearable, 30-mile-per-hour winds. So that 70 degrees ended up feeling like 55. And actually, I had to ask Kaylee to go get me, because I went there in shorts and a windbreaker, a Hendrix windbreaker, and I had to make her go get me, bring me sweatpants, boots, the whole nine, because I was in Crocs, shorts, and a windbreaker ready to go.
It was at that moment you were hoping you had Hendrix fishing gear to throw on top of, like a hoodie and sweats.
I probably needed a pom-pom hat at that point, too.
Oh, man. Now, ever since I've been part of the Hendrix family, I love what I loved about you is you've always been challenging the pro staff, and not necessarily challenging in terms of, oh, you gotta promote more. I mean, obviously that's that's part of being pro staff, but you've always been encouraging. Hey, if I sent you a bag of this, would you go out and fish it? And if so, would you record it? So you've been willing to that whole give and take. I mean, what part of that? I mean, I know you're a basketball coach. You've been into that sports. I mean, is competition just part of it? Do you like seeing it? You'd rather like add fuel to the fire kind of thing?
Oh, I love competition. I don't know if you know this, but I grew up with a brother. I also have two, what you would call step siblings, a brother my age and a younger brother. But we've always, riding bikes, we had to see who could bunny hop higher or pop wheelies. Like, everything is just competition driven. And, I just want to be the best. And it doesn't matter if I am, I'm still going to think that I'm not and try to be better. You know what I'm saying? And if I have good people around me that feel the same way, then I'm going to drive them to be more like me.
Okay. Now you mentioned brother. Is he older, younger?
I'm the oldest out of all siblings.
And in chat, I'm seeing some. I was lost the other. You were on Instagram Live, and I kept hearing a thing called Dr. Ken. What did I miss?
So that's my brother Kenny. Those of you who don't know, my father's name is Kenny also, and my grandfather, so he's the third. Thank goodness I didn't get that name. I was the firstborn child. I didn't end up with the third or fourth or whatever was going on there. But Dr. Ken was over here making baits, and he threw on a blue glove, and I think I screamed out, "Look, it's Dr. Ken!" like screwing around, and everybody in the chat went ballistic. It was a fun time. Everybody was laughing, and from there on, I think his name has become Dr. Ken. Dr. Ken created the color Rusty Heat.
So
If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have that beautiful color that constantly sells out, and I just restocked it. I'm working on getting inventory back on the website of that.
So okay, now I've got it. Because, man, if anybody else is on Instagram Live and you jumped in late like I did, I was sitting there so lost. I'm like, who's Dr. Ken? Why do I not know who Dr. Ken is? I feel like I should know who this is. But now I do.
Yep.
Now I
Ken,
do.
Dr.
Now,
It's in the Hendrix shop.
now, also, if it wasn't for your brother, your truck would probably be on blocks, not running.
Yeah. Man, I'm not very knowledgeable when it comes to vehicles. I know what problems are. I don't know how to solve them. You know what I'm saying? Tire went flat when I arrived at the shop. He was coming to make baits, so luckily he was getting paid. He had to change a tire for me. That's what he did for bait making. But yeah, if it wasn't for him, he's a mechanic. And if it wasn't for him, I don't know what I would do because I wouldn't have tires.
Oh, man. So when he's not saving you on the side of the road, not creating the evil designs that just catch amazing fish, when you guys go out fishing, is it competitive in terms of biggest fish? Is it competitive in who can catch the most fish? A little bit of both? Is it not competitive? Are you guys just out there relaxing? Or does it start there and turn into competition?
Here, let me be honest, which I hope he's listening. Dr. Ken fools around too much when he gets out on the water. I like to take it. I'm serious. I'm trying to catch fish. Dr. Ken likes to play games. And I'll be honest, he does catch a decent amount of fish, but I think I got him on knowledge of fishing. And I don't know, it's equal battle, and I think it's a mixture of relaxation or trying to relax anyways, and mass chaos and competition.
Gotcha. I was gonna say I'm gonna need a story. I'll let you think about a story because you say he's always out there goofing, which I love. I love to hear. Well, you think of the perfect story. I was gonna say I've got a buddy like that. He's like a brother to me. You guys have seen him on the YouTube channel before. Casey. If once again, it wasn't for him, shout out to him. Love the guy. If it wasn't for him, we'd been SOL for fishing tournament because he's the one who donated that little boat that got us to where we needed. But every time we go out fishing, love the guy. He's always out there just chilling, laughing. He's got his little speaker playing. He's smoking a little, chewing a little bit. He's drinking, having a good time, catching fish. I'm in the back of the boat, though. I am like dead serious. I'm breaking down a lake. I'm treating it like a tournament. Probably should just be relaxing. We were out one day though in his little boat, and it is now it was like sun was already down, just enough light to where we could barely see each other. He gets snagged. He's not even thinking, his dorky self, we putts over to where he's snagged. He goes to reach over, forgets he's in the small boat. He leans all the way over, falls out the boat. For a split second, I'm like, oh crap. Because it's pitch black. I don't know, did he fall on a log? Is there a rock? I couldn't see where he fell. Now, it's a lake we fish all the time. He gets up, and this dorky dude is already laughing. And he's like, here's my car key. Here's this. I'm like, dude, how are you getting back in the boat? There ain't no way. He's like, oh, man, I didn't think about that. I'm like, you're not swimming because we're by the dam. I didn't want him to get pulled in or nothing.
Just hold on tight and drag him.
Thought about that, but he looks over and goes, well, I'm already next to shore. By the way, next to shore means he had to climb up rocks barefoot because his shoes were in the boat. Walks up these rocks barefoot. Now he has like a 20, 30 foot grass, overgrown grass hill because he's on the dam. Has to walk up that, and it's a good half-mile walk from where he fell in back to the boat ramp. He gets back. I've already got his truck backed in the water. I already got the boat halfway onto the trailer. He gets back and goes, dude, my feet kill. But then the best words he's ever heard, he goes, man, you've heard of swamp ass. Man, screw swamp ass. I think I have baby butt red, bright as can be, chafed thighs right now.
His thighs were chafing all the way back to shore.
The whole time. And I'm like, oh my God. The dude's walking bow-legged like he just got off a saddle. I'm like, oh no. But the whole time I'm more worried about, dude, toss me your phone. Dude, toss me your keys. The trolling motor remote, because he had all that on him. And he's just sitting there making sure, like, I'm okay. I'm like, dude, I'm fine. But it didn't surprise me he fell out, though. But the best part is, like I said, he's that same guy. He's the one that's just, he's goofing, having a good time, chill. And I'm almost jealous some days, because there's some days, man, I wish I was just him and just out there having a good time. Which, don't get me wrong, I enjoy fishing every day I'm out there. But, yes, I do kind of get in my own head and take it a little too serious, even though it's not tournament day.
I mean, I'm trying to think of a story, but I have a few. But the main thing he does is he waits until you catch a fish and you're in a good spot, and then he beams his lure into the brush, bushes, trees, rocks, whatever is on the shoreline. Right when you caught a fish and you get excited and you're in that spot, and he ruins it all because you have to go over there right where you caught the fish and get him unsnagged. But then he'll smirk and he thinks it's funny. And then when you get back out to you're away from shore and you start fishing a little bit, sure enough, you get snagged again. And then once he gets snagged that first time, it's just a trend for the whole time you're out on the water. And I don't know if he thinks it's funny or he gets nervous or what, but it happens every time. But probably one of the funniest things that happened was I have this little, 12-foot John boat. We remodeled, put a deck in it, and he was in the back. I didn't put a chair in yet, so I had given him a fold-out chair. He was sitting on that. Yep. And I was standing, and I made I'm used to being on the boat by myself. Nobody really goes fishing with me. And I made an abrupt movement and bent down like this. The whole boat tipped over. I just hear rustling around. I stand back up, and he's like, Tyler. And I'm like, what are you doing? And I look over. He's half in the water, half on the boat, holding on for dear life. He looks like, I don't know, like a squirrel or something holding on the side of the boat. The boat's filling with water. And I can't even help him. I just stand there and laugh watching him struggle to get back in the boat. But that was right when we got in. It was right at the beginning, too. We didn't even fish long. But the boat survived. And we had a good time, I think. I don't really remember. But it was kind of you don't realize how used to it you get when you're in the boat by yourself and then someone hops in all of a sudden.
I was say by yourself, or even in my case, you're used to a bigger, more stable boat
right,
where 3 or 4 guys can move around, not a big deal. And then you go to, like you said, a little 12, 14-foot John boat that every step, every movement is you're moving the whole thing.
Right. Rock with it, lean with it.
Yep. But I was laughing hard. For anybody watching, I was laughing hard when you said about every time you get to a spot that you catch fish, your brother goes and wrecks it.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I was laughing because I don't necessarily wreck the spot, but gals, I keep shouting them out. But Real Custom Art, Jeremy, I love this man. Probably one of the realest dudes I met fishing, or because of fishing, I should say. We met because I was selling baits on Facebook Marketplace, and ever since then we've been just hanging out, fishing, having a good time, or at least I think we're having a good time. He hasn't complained too bad, and we're still fishing partners for tournaments. But he he always takes me to one of his honey holes, and every time he takes me to a honey hole, he's like, "Hey man, let's go to this lake. I got a couple spots. Let's hit this spot." I'm like, "Okay, cool. I've never been there." Every time we go, the man catches 0 fish or the smallest fish, and I always pull out a 3 or 4 you know, a giant bass where I'm sitting there just catching number after number. It's quite ridiculous.
No, that happens to most people. I'll hype it up when I have Kaylee go with me, and I'll be like, "Oh, we're gonna catch good fish. It's such a good day. There's just like light winds.
Yep.
You know, just enough. The weather's calming, like things like that. And then we get out, and we get skunked every time. Or she'll catch an 8-9 pound bass, and I catch nothing.
Well, so in reverse fashion, so he'll take me to his honey holes and I'll catch big bass and stuff every time. Reverse fashion though, so there's a lake here close to us that has pike in it, and pike in our area is very, not necessarily rare. Is probably not there's not a lot of them. There's a couple creeks, and there's this lake and one other lake an hour away that have good pike. So last year, every time someone new got on the boat and we were specifically going for pike, I would never catch one, but I would always get somebody the first day out with me their first pike. So first day that Jeremy comes out, it was my dad, Jeremy. Boom. I didn't catch pike. Actually, we all caught pike eventually that day, but Jeremy catches 2 or 3 pike that day. I got Ricky out from shore, Fan Fishing Adventures Muffin there. Got him out on shore at that lake. Got him on his first pike. Got Casey on his first pike out there. So it's like, I joke that I should just start taking people to that lake and just start running a guide service.
Yeah, run a guide service. Why not?
I mean, if I could guarantee it paying the bills, and because realistically, the wife would be happy. If the bills would get paid, there's a couple bucks left in the account, she'd let me do it, but I need to guarantee that first. I would love to just run guide services all day.
Right, just do that all day. I mean, I go out ocean fishing in Florida, and I have a great time on the guides. I would pay you to land me a pike. I've never caught a pike. We have what's called chain pickerel here.
Yep, smaller versions.
Pretty much the same thing, just smaller. But we happen to get very, very large chain pickerel for some reason. They get very big here. I mean, I've seen other people catch them. They're usually, a foot, and they're scrawny.
Yep.
No, we're getting 2-3 footers, and those things got some good girth to them.
Nice. Yeah, a lot of people call them snakes. A lot of people call them, just they call them snot rockets. I mean, they're slimy, but a lot of bass fishermen just despise pike. And I guess I could see during tournament time where you're really trying to go on after a bass and you catch a big old pike, yeah, that ruins that spot. But man, when I'm just out fishing, for anybody that hasn't caught a pike, I hope you get a chance to, especially when it's that cool spring or fall weather, because when they hit the bait, you've got a fish. They don't come up and peck at it. There's no slurp, let go. They will hit your bait and take off. They don't dive down. They will start screaming line either back at you, or they'll take off away from you and start peeling line. So a 3-4 pound pike feels like a giant.
And I mean, even the chain pickerel, same thing. When they hit it, and they shake their head so much that it feels like you're hooked onto a mini shark.
Oh man, so I've got this video on YouTube. I caught my PB pike out of the lake here in town. It was an 8-pounder at the time, and in the video you even see it. It was great. I get this thing close to the boat, and I swear that thing stared me dead in the eye with the bait in the corner of its mouth and shook its head as hard as it could, trying to rip that bait out. As it stared me down, going, "I'm gonna break off, and you're gonna watch me do it." Luckily, I got him in the net, but I'm just like, these things are sitting there staring me down.
They're savage fish, and like, I hate when you get them in the boat and they get lockjaw. You can't get anything out of their mouth because they're so lockjaw. I'll hold them between my thighs sometimes, stick the pliers in their mouth, pry it open, and then I'm taking my fingers and I'm jiggling the bait.
So now I've manned up enough to where, at least with the pike, we get them big enough now to where they're easier to hold. You can get in there, you can get the bait. You're not worried about that kind of stuff. I still have to get some long pliers when they get one down there because I'm scared to put my hand all the way down their mouth, but I'll put my hand in their mouth to get a bait out and stuff. I mean, I've kind of gotten used to it. The worst ones, though, it's not the big ones. It's the little ones. Those will put a hook in your hand any chance they get.
Mm-hmm. And they're the chihuahua of freaking fishing.
Oh, because they'll smack the hell out of the bait and then put up no fight.
Yeah, little chihuahua fish.
But then you get back to the bait and you're trying to hold the slimy thing. It's wiggling all over. You can't get a finger underneath the gill plate because they're not big enough. Their mouth is barely big enough. You can't get a tool or a hand. Oh my god, it's the worst. But oh no, it's I know we got off topic there a little bit, but yeah, I mean, I saw a couple guys commenting in the chat there saying this. You're giving me a reason why to fish alone. Hey, I get it. Fishing alone has its moments, but nothing beats getting on the lake with a couple buddies. And I can attest to that, whether you're on the water or you're fishing from shore. We'll do it here in town. Jeremy and I will get a hold of a couple of the guys here in town. We got Josh and Ricky, who are the other guys that will fish the tournament with us. We'll call each other up, and 4 or 5 of us will meet up at a lake. We'll spread out on shore and just have a good time.
Yeah, and I see Texas Huntsman said, I target bass hands down, but I don't feel bad for catching whatever wants to tug my line. I feel the same way. I mean, I fish bass pretty much 99% of the time, but if I'm offered a chance to ocean fish, I'm doing it. If somebody says, hey, you want to go pan fishing, and I'm doing it, because pan fishing is so fun. Loosen the drag and let those little fish pull line.
Oh, man. What was it the other day? You saw me uploading some photos the other day. We had such a tough bite. I said, screw it. I pulled out the whipping minnow, and I was banging crappie. I was banging bluegill, but it was just fun getting fish after a day of not catching anything. And then, of course, I caught 2 decent bass on the tiny little whipping minnow.
And that's what I was about to say is a lot of people actually are targeting panfish with those, and they're catching more bass than anything. Even myself, I was the other day. I was like, screw it, I'm gonna try to catch some crappie, and I put the whipping minnow on a chartreuse jig head. It was a pink whipping minnow, I think, and I was winging it out there, and I caught probably 10 bass, 0 crappie, 0 panfish. Honestly, I think the panfish are having like a late spawn or something because they're all on beds. But I was trying to catch them, and then just no luck. It was straight bass.
Yeah, that bait was crazy. I even pulled the whipping minnow out, and one of our fish in the tournament, I know the heavy Z boys are a lot, but I did put the whipping minnow on a drop shot, threw it up shallow, and actually caught a couple decent bass that got on the board for the tournament. So, I mean, that bait, every bait from Hendrix Fishing has been super versatile.
I can't get it to focus.
But I mean, even like I said, follow Justin K. I know he'll watch this later. Shout him out, but go check him out. If you go to hendrixfishing.com, click on Pro Staff, click on his Instagram, follow him. That man catches bass, pike, walleye, crappie, and all on the same bait.
Yeah, he's killing it. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I did try to drop shot this after you mentioned it, but it didn't work for me. I don't know. As soon as I put the chartreuse jig head on and threw it, bingo.
Bingo. There you go. Oh, there you go. The wife says we need a purple haze, and we need a June bug in the minnow.
I think I have June bug minnow. No.
In the whipping minnow, we need June bug and purple haze.
I sold out of pretty much everything. I haven't shown you. I'll show you the wall after this. Empty. It looks bare.
But, well, we're coming up on that time. Any last comments on what we were talking about before we touch base on a few things and wrap this up for everybody? Because I don't want to keep anybody too long. I want them to get out and get fishing themselves.
Leave us a comment. Let us know how we did. If you liked it, if you enjoy what we're talking about, just leave us a comment. Maybe give us some advice, what you guys want to hear about in the future, or something like that.
Touching base. I was going to say, touching base on that next week, guys and gals. We may not be live on Tuesday. We will keep you posted on Instagram. Tyler has a birthday in the family. I think, is it Mama Hendrix?
My mother.
Mama Hendrix has a birthday, so shout out to Mama Hendrix. Make sure you guys wish her happy birthday on Tuesday, but we may not go live Tuesday. We will figure out what day we will go live, let you guys all know. We will also have our very first guest on the show, as long as he can still make the alternate date. I'll go ahead and tell you now, Bass Grenade Baits will be our very first guest And yes, we'll talk about his baits, we'll talk about stuff, but we're gonna ask him silly questions. I want to get to know the guy, because the guy that makes weird baits like that, you know, he's got some good stories.
Absolutely.
And then, like Tyler said, if you guys could, anybody here on YouTube, or if you're watching this later, once this live ends and goes live and where you can watch it again, leave a comment. Let us know what you like about the live. Let us know what you guys want us to talk about next, as well as drop a like. If we can hit, let's say, 40 likes, and I will pick a random comment, and that random comment winner will win a mystery box from Hendrix Fishing. So
Sounds good.
So drop a comment, drop a like, share it to your friends, get them to like, because the more likes we get, the sooner we get to doing that giveaway. And if you guys could help us out, if you can, head over to Spotify. Follow us on Spotify, Hendrix HookUp Podcast. If we can get 50 on there, I've got a big giveaway going on that one. So help us out with that. And as always, guys, good luck on the water, and we hope to see you guys out there.